Evening. Looks like it's oh look, it's 1143. Yeah, I just had one drink tonight. You know, I don't really like drinking anymore. I mean, it's fun. She's obsessed with my water. She acts like it's crack, but I guess that's good, right? Well, I guess I'll let her drink first. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. It's funny how our body changes. You know, through my 20s, I'd come home every night and have like a double rum and coke first, and then maybe have two, three through the night. Almost every night. Didn't really bother me. Then in my 30s, it started to make my feet hurt whenever I did that. They call it, it's not atrophy, it's, I can't recall. There's a term for it. But it's when supposedly it's when the nerve endings the furthest away from the heart start to die or become sensitized from drinking. And it's not so much I've ever felt like an addict. I mean, whatever I do, I'm all about it. Naturally. At least that's the way it's always seemed to be, like an obsession, but no, I mean, it's like one track mind. I mean, if you're going to do something, then do it, right? Be about that thing. Though, in the last couple of years, it's been a little bit trickier than that. But it's interesting how, as we get older, like how when our spirit evolves, we change a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it's like the opposite. Like some people, go from being lactose intolerant to all of a sudden, oh, I can drink milk. I would have known. But also because the mind controls things, if you don't necessarily, I mean, just because somebody tells you, oh, well, it's in your DNA or whatever, if you believe that shit, it most likely will come upon you. And so it's best not to think, negative things or to hold on to any kind of limitations that others put upon us, especially ones that we put on upon ourselves, unless they're going to help us out in the long run. Um, like, I mean, not ridiculously, but even so, I mean, the mind is expansive, so maybe be a little bit ridiculous in a positive way about what we can take. Um, I mean, believing has cured people from cancer overnight. Radiation therapy, you take it for 30 years and never get healed. So I guess, damn, love's a powerful drug, especially if you believe in it. But it doesn't take very much for me to get the feeling of spirit. Sometimes I just pull out of a slump. And yeah, trying to follow along with the divine rituals, or as I see it, I've been drinking for 7 nights, even though I thought it was the 8th night tonight. So that's what it says in the Aztec catalog right now, calendar. I probably only drank 4 nights. First night was the best, and I barely had enough. Like, I didn't have enough. I was like, I'm just the drop, and I'm like, yeah, let's keep going. All spirit. And then, oh man, I didn't get enough. Okay. And the next night, I got 1.5 times what I did previously, or something like that. And then it's like, oh, fuck, this drug is wearing off really fucking fast. I can't keep up with this. And you just have a little bit of hangover. So, for the 4th or 5th night, I'm not drinking tomorrow night. I didn't even hardly get a buzz tonight. And see, that's the thing, I think. Sometimes, when we go with other people's beliefs about, what should be happening on certain days and certain times, who are you following? Unless you're following your own internal clock, ain't nobody knows the fucking thing. Like, who says that you got to honor God on Sundays? The fuck, you're with God every fucking minute of every motherfucking day. Oh, who set it aside? So you got to gather everybody up and go to a tomb. Because, no disrespect, but that's kind of what it seems like. Everybody goes in. And even if they're cheerful, it's almost like they're going to a wedding, but a funeral at the same time, like, oh, I'm glad he's dead, kind of thing. Like, and then everybody's all just all solemn and stuff. And if Jesus and God and spirituality and all that shit's with you all the time, then that's weird, right? The world's been made weird on purpose. So that those that want an easy way or are insecure about the way, then they have a way to follow. But if it's really just one, then kind of like you're always riding on your own Tron line. It's all a wall. It's where you're at, and it's going with you. It's coming with you, and everywhere you look, it's there. Sometimes in the mirror, and sometimes it's being manipulated right before your eyes. But it's still trying to be a reflection of you, and so then you're still the one that's in control. You and the greater being of deity, and the deity fragment that is within you, but it's not a fragment; it's a whole piece as well. It's. I've always thought as the God is like before the first person woke up, the God is just this expansive mirror, and then it's shattered, and then each person picks up a piece and goes, "Oh look, it's me. I'm in the mirror. I'm God," and it's great until you come up against somebody else, and then this is like the issue of there being more than one consciousness that has been grappled since the beginning of time. Damn, she's wound up now. Is it like you walk up to somebody else and then they have their divine piece and you have your divine piece, and all of a sudden you see the shape of their mirror is a different shape, and you're like, what the are you, what are you saying to me? What is going on here? And then you get this double reflection and it's a different shape, and there's only one shape and there's only one reflection, right? So before I go to bed, while I drink a couple glasses of water, because I have some plans for tomorrow, sort of, not really. I have something I intend to do to change my routine as I build one. But the whole thing, the weird thing about the word routine is it says, experience is black. You don't know where you're going. Okay, so do I need an order? Is it because I don't know where I'm going? Or do I need to follow? If I have an order, then I have too much control. I need to go blind if I'm ever going to get there. It starts with, you can't see that. Well, then why do I have a day planner? Yeah, good question. Why do you have a day planner? How will I ever get there if there's no road? Good question. Because if you do have a road, then you know exactly where we're going to get to. Especially if you're afraid to take any side trips on the way. Like people who I was talking to somebody about this the other day, about, it costs like 2-3 times as much to take a plane, but you're there right away. But you just sit in your car for a little bit, go to the airport, and then you sit there for a little bit while you're killing time, and then you get in the airplane, and you sit there for a little bit on your phone, killing time, and then you get off, and you drive real quick, probably still on your phone, and then you go sit at your folks' house or whatever, and then you're still on your phone. Oh, wow. And you spent like $600, $1,000 for that? You could have taken the road trip. Sure, it might have taken 12 hours or more. Maybe it took 24, 36 hours. But along the way, you're going to get bored with the music. You're going to get bored with yourself. Your car might break down. You might have an adventure. And even with the car repairs, will still probably be less than it cost you to take that airplane. And you would have actually had a real life between here and there. Something that you could remember forever. And that might help you grow. Or you can just go from one spot to the next spot and sit on your phone the whole time. I don't know. I can relate. But all the adventures in the place between. Not getting mad at, oh, damn, I don't have cell service. Now I'm going to obsess about cell service instead of opening my fucking eyes. We all are there. Oh, just wanted to pull like 3 or 4 cards for bed. When we get Lakshmi, abundance. Yeah, it's everywhere we look. I choose to feel abundant and wealth is an inside job. Huh. That means it didn't have anything to do with your boss or your job or not necessarily even your wife or anything. It's a feeling that you're valuable and knowing that what your value is and knowing that it is through everything and coming from you as well. That it's this toroidal loop to the center of the earth where one is being called, I don't know, the Merkaba field or one's aura, however you want to see that. Huh. We're reminded two things right off the bat here. That we don't need to be a warrior necessarily. We got the warrior in reverse, which reminds us, like it says, be fearless and stand strong. What are we fearing to have fearlessness? And what are we standing strong against if it's not our own fear? So how do we just choose to be excited and as happy as we could be and as open and able to absorb and to exchange with freedom, the opposite of the warrior. And we have the air guardian in reverse as well, which very much complements that. It says shift your perception. It's the air guardian. Yeah, this is very like a wall. The air guardian. Shift your perception. Turn around. That doesn't sound like air at all. Air does it on a freeway. Like, what perception are we changing here? We're in flow. Keep flowing. Fuck the fear. Let's just be and exist, and things will come together. And the fourth is under Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Well, your soul should have a voice, and it comes out of your mouth and speaks in your own head, but it's something greater than we could express. I believe. And if anyone could explain it, they'd have a lot of explaining to do. They look like they got a lot of baggage, but it's not really any baggage. That's all the stuff they cast aside. It's for help everyone to get freer. So they can own their own head. And still have all that shit too, but it's the past, like they say, like, oh, I can't stop thinking about this thing. Well, just write it down. Put it in your pocket. Oh, I forget if it's in my pocket. Oh shit. Don't go that far. put it with whatever your addiction is, and put it with your credit card, your debit card. Put it on your steering wheel. Put it with your pack of cigarettes, or put it in the container where you keep your weed. I don't know. Then you'll look at it. And you won't have to remember it anymore. That's the good part. So then your brain can be free for all things. Life is an addiction. If you're not addicted to something, then you're dead. You have to have an obsession. Otherwise, you might as well be dead. If nothing else, I mean, for change, I don't know, what's an adrenaline junkie? The time when you get the greatest adrenaline rush is when you can't do anything, when you're panicking, like all of a sudden, like you're in a straitjacket. Now you can't move. Oh, fuck, now the adrenaline's pumping, huh? You want to rip your arms out of the sockets, get out of that son of a bitch. Yeah, yeah. What's being free and dropping from a plane? No, dude, I'll just fucking strap yourself close. Now you got some adrenaline. Now you'll feel it. It's two sides of the same coin, and then one's free. Oh, am I free though if I'm strapped down? Good question. It doesn't cost that much though if we're talking money. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it kind of goes with what I just said. Let's see. Well, 7 cards. I'm not gonna look at the next one. It just gets deeper and deeper. Mindness. Sensing means you have to feel something. It's the water element. Feel something. If you don't feel anything, then what the fuck you doing? Which all feelings don't feel good, but you have to feel something. You're going into numbness. Like that's why it's best like to do something. For instance, when you always want to run to your addiction, and it makes everything better, but then you just go away. I mean, if nothing else, you should like put yourself on stage on display, so then you feel like you're on fire, rather than oh good, I got my thing. Now I go to sleep. You could have gone to sleep anyway. You didn't need that to help you. That's why opiates are such a dangerous, ridiculous, inverted drug. They're just oh good, you're in heaven, you're dead, yay, you're done. Oh now you're in hell. Mm-hmm. And now the only thing you want is to run away. Just that one little prick. I've never done it, but that's the thank God because I'd already be dead. Sensing, communicating. Who's afraid to talk? Who's afraid to talk? What are we hiding from? Our own feelings? Afraid to feel something? Afraid that what the other person says might make us think or might make us have some kind of reaction? That's what makes us feel alive. That's adrenaline, right? Or spark creativity. Or you rather just like nobody can see me. Oh, now I'm gonna get one over on everybody. Oh yeah, that's so powerful. Oh, you're so strong. Mhm. Third, we got Revolution 44. Turn it around. That's not that side isn't power. That side's weakness. That side's succumb to fear. That side is not alive. That's not strength. Strength looks a lot more like nudity. And not for the pleasure of the protection. Like see, OnlyFans. Oh yeah, so I get all this money, all this attention, but then I can hide. The separation. No, you can't hide. What are you fucking hiding from? It's complicated, right? Then we got 1, 2, 3 in reverse. Yeah, mind. What mind? Don't think about it. Just do it. Just do it. 12th house. Escape. Inverted. Where are you going? The fuck you running off to? Life's right now. Routine. I just said that. The 6th card. What routine? Free yourself. If you don't know what's happening next, you're probably on the right track. That's why they have work and play and everything set up on a schedule. So you'll be stuck on a clock, on a schedule. And then it'll be about, I don't want to, or I have to, or, but then you're just rolling around in the tire going down a hill. And 7, yeah, we're finding benefits together and apart all the time, through all things. Not stuck in a goddamn routine, not stuck in a simple mind, when mind is all things. Well, what is there to hide of it? Who can't say what they think and believe anytime? Freedom of speech. Everybody goes for the gun because they're under a spell of what the means. Hold the sun. Above and below. 8th card. What is inverted? You are the sun. Who's holding on to it? Best you can beat. That's all I gotta say. 2020. I can only hope these other 3 come true real soon. Have a wonderful night.